At the center of the story is a family of millionaires. My father achieved everything himself and is very proud of this fact. Now he has a multi-million-dollar business, but his health is already paying tricks. The rich, because they also get sick and cry, plus competitors are not asleep. Our father, a millionaire, also has the trouble of his whole life. A few years ago, he and his wife had an accident. Now she is a wheelchair user. The millionaire loves his wife and is very faithful to her. Their age is about 50 years old. In a happy marriage, the businessman had a son. From childhood he was surrounded by care and attention. But with all this, the millionaire did not indulge him and even wanted to hand him over to the cadet corps, but then changed his mind. I decided to make him an economist. It turned out, and by the time of the events described, our guy is a graduate. Studied at home. His father did not recognize any foreign universities. He said that I achieved everything in Russia, so let my son achieve everything there. There is nothing to roam abroad. Everything is fine with the guy, but there is no bride. It seems to be nothing terrible, because he is still young. Yes, that's just the guy's father set out to transfer the entire business to him. Not immediately, of course, but in parts. The millionaire believes that in order to lead a financial empire, you need a reliable rear in the person of a loving wife. So he pushes on his son, and our guy is not in a hurry to connect his life with someone. He is calm and does not boast of his wealth. He says that I will meet my fate. I will marry without fail. The father just waved his hand. How do you say, get married, if you sit in the office for days, then you disappear at home? Somehow our boyfriend's friends invited us to a nightclub, a party some kind of, or a birthday. And there was a girl, pretty, dancing like a goddess. We met. She says I'm a millionaire's daughter, and he calls his name. Our guy turns it up. He knows that these are his father's competitors, fierce enemies, and now what should he do? And the girl is good, just gold. There is nothing from her parents in her, didn't take anything bad. In clothes he dresses modestly and does not like ostentatious luxury. The guy also confesses that he is from the opposition coalition. Young people smiled and began to meet further. At first stealthily, and then felt more freedom. But the parents were not informed for a long time. And then our guy told his father and mother who he meets and where disappears in the evenings. What started here? Everyone is in shock. The act of the protagonist was almost regarded as a betrayal. But the guy stands his ground. I love, they say, that's all. Our father, a millionaire, decides to go for reconciliation. He invites the girl to his place for dinner. Everything seems to be going well, and the father even begins to like the girl. But then he notices that she does not know how to properly use cutlery, knife and fork, for example. Weird. In speech, stress is sometimes placed incorrectly. But not only this embraced the father of a millionaire. He noticed that the guest confused the name and patronymic of her alleged parents a couple of times. The millionaire knows them, after all. Enemies, they are hidden, but in public they are friendly and welcoming. Such is the business. The millionaire was worried. He realized that something was wrong here, and the girl was not who she claims to be. He remembers that the real family of the girl, the opposite side, does charity work on the weekends. He distributes alms and bread to the homeless near his house. They have a tradition, several years already. Here is our millionaire father dressing up as a beggar to see how the competition daughter really looks. She studied in England, and he never knew her. It means that our disquisite millionaire comes to the distribution of bread arranged by the rich, and there is a completely different daughter. The millionaire is shocked. She deceived so. Exactly, mishandled. Spy. The father tells his son about it. He hardly believes, and then interrogates the girl. In fact, she worked as a maid of millionaire rivals, and often herself. He is good friends with their daughter, just don't spill water. Here is a rich woman out of friendly motives and gives her things to vilify, so that an orphan friend can feel like a little bit of a millionaire. Sometimes even donated car keys. So that maid met a millionaire guy, but she was ashamed to tell the truth. Made up a legend. I fell in love, and then the deception was revealed. But the guy still loves her, and the father of the protagonist forgave the maid. It wasn't because she had a bad intention. She was not a spy and not a mishandled Cossack. Love is a delicate thing. As a result, young people played a wedding, and millionaire competitors then reconciled.